Mm, yeah. Ah, Pull up a chair. This is Shop's Corner. Little light on an ordinary day. Stories and smiles. Every word warmer. Pointing every heart a better way. Welcome to Shop's Corner, where the wounded rest a while, where a quiet word of faith turns to laughter, turns to smiles. Every poem, every story says you love, you still belong. This is Shop's Corner, where your heart can sing along.
Who am I? I searched for myself in mirrors, in people, in expectations. But it was in his presence that I finally heard my name. I am not lost. I am becoming.
Who am I? And how do I know? At first, I didn't know who I was. It took time for me to figure it out. Or, let me say it the right way. It took time for God to show me who I was. I've always had an abundance of gifts, but I didn't recognize them at first. I didn't know I was a poet until tragedy came into my life. And in the middle of that pain, that gift was born. I didn't think I could edit videos, let alone put myself out there for the world to see. But one day, during an unexpected season, when we didn't even have proper lights, I found myself bored. So I picked up my iPad and began playing with the editing software. I didn't realize it then, but that moment was the beginning of something greater. Makeup was the same way. My husband was stationed in Watertown, New York, and again, I found myself in a season of stillness. I started watching some of the original YouTubers, just observing, just learning. And before I knew it, another gift began to unfold. I became an author of 2 books. I graduated from college with a Master of Arts in Psychology. I became a business owner, a content creator, but the most important calling to me was when God called me to be his mouthpiece, a prophetess. When I began to speak at church, I knew it wasn't just my voice. It was him. And then one day, my pastor told me that God had called me to become a minister. I was hesitant at first, not because I didn't love God, but because I understood the weight of that calling. But I also knew I couldn't stay stagnant in the same place. I couldn't remain where I was and expect to grow. I couldn't allow fear to keep me comfortable. I couldn't become complacent when God was calling me higher. So I said yes. Yes, to his will. Yes, to his voice. Yes, to who he created me to be. He called me to speak to his people, to encourage the lost sheep, to remind them of his goodness, and to warn them when necessary. So how do I know I'm all these things? I know because God gave me every one of these gifts. And God does nothing without purpose. Nothing was random. Nothing was wasted. Every season, every moment, every discovery was revealing me to me. Maybe the real question isn't, who are you? But who told you who you were? Because somewhere between expectations and disappointments and trying to be everything for everyone, you might have forgotten. But hear me, you are not who they named you. You are who God called you. So I'll leave you with this. Do you know who you are? Or are you still becoming?